Alright, what's going on? Once again, everybody. Brad here once again with another Reclamation weekly devblog video. So, it's actually been a fairly slow week, but we have certainly gotten a ton done. So, very pleased with how this project is progressing. Yeah, I've kind of been showing off some of the progress throughout the week, but yeah, I think it's good to kind of show it off in a more in-depth fashion here, and kind of touch back on things. So here we are. So as first thing you might notice is the levels a little more complex than they were last time. I did some little bit more in depth, kind of mock-ups, kind of what a level could be like. So that's the first thing. The next thing is that items are actually now spawning in the levels. You can actually place things, objects like monsters, inside the levels, and they will actually spawn in. And that goes for not only like this bazooka that's just here, just kind of for funsies, not for any real design reason or anything, but also like the player start. So like I started over here, whereas like normally I would just spawn like in the middle of the room, just kind of how it worked in Exoverse. And also this item platform here, which is going to have a little bit more purpose here in a second. But you can also place inside the editor, inside a rack ed, where the platform could spawn within each node, assuming the node has a use for this item platform. Sometimes, yeah, I'm thinking like in the start room, like probably not going to have this at all. It's probably just going to be in like combat rooms, where an item can spawn after you've cleared out the room, and then possibly in the secret area where you could either get an item that's just kind of there on the platform, or a merchant of some kind. So we'll see. So let's kind of so there's that. So like items are spawning in. That's pretty cool. That means we can kind of start to have some basic gameplay. But one thing, like I can't really show it off right now, but I am working on it. So basically, because these levels are going to be complicated, in terms of like their geometry, we really can't have like the same kind of the player movement can't really work the same way it did in Exoverse, internally. I mean, basically like you're just kind of like this little capsule shape here that kind of runs around, and then kind of like when you move, like you press a button to move, it applies like a force to the little capsule collision object that makes up the player, and then you kind of move forward. You kind of bounce around the level geometry, and basically like the physics engine kind of simulates all of that, but it can't really handle like something kind of complicated like steps, and then potentially slopes of different angles. So basically I'm having to rewrite the way the player moves around, and it interacts with the physics world. I'm basically having to rewrite that. Like it's pretty close, but it's not totally there yet. So I can't really show it off just yet, but it's going to work for the monsters too. So they'll be able to climb stairs and walk up slopes and all that fun stuff. So that is coming. That's gonna be probably today or tomorrow. I should probably have that all done and working. So let's unfreeze the game here and let's just kind of run around. These long rooms, some of them I don't have anything. I think this is a tall variation. Yeah, the tall one I don't really have anything for. Let's just give me the Rune of Circinus, which is going to kind of show me more in depth. It's gonna give me the map, and the compass and radar, all that fun stuff. So let's see here. Let's turn the audio up a little bit, because this is we're kind of getting the let's. That should be good for right now, just temporarily. But you can hear like right now, like it's a peaceful music is playing. Kind of like the planning phase music from Exoverse. But when I run in here, when I run into a room with some monsters, now we're getting the the more intense version, the combat version of the music. At this point, you know, it's just like I want like the doors to seal. It gets a little messy right now when I stand here. Like monsters from adjoining rooms will come in, which is not what I'm after necessarily. But yeah, so let's turn this back down. But yeah, getting some basic gameplay going here. Only have a couple monsters that are kind of working remotely properly. One of them is the mini boss here, Bloodhorn, aka Zombo, who's killing these guys, which are not updated to work just yet. But really, it's just like the Grenadiers and the Bloodhorn here, Zombo. Are the only ones that kind of have yeah, any kind of basic workings to them. So we have combat. Another thing that I've been working on over the past couple days is that, so it came up early in Exoverse post early access launch that the weapons were basically firing too slowly, and I addressed that. You know, I made the weapons fire a little bit faster, but apparently kind of some of the feedback I've been getting. By the way, these steps, yeah, like still, ugh. So once I change the movement around, I'll be able to climb these very nice and easily. You know, so some of the feedback I was getting is, you know, apparently that was not quite done enough. So, in particular, let's check the shotgun out here. You know, basically I've been going through and getting rid of some of the, like, the dead frames between shots. So instead of you just kind of like sitting there, just kind of with your gun, just kind of sitting there at the end of a firing animation. You know, it fire a lot faster now. So this is the new fire rate of the shotgun. So now that I've cleared out all of the enemies here, oh, I don't want him to disappear anymore. Let's see, those guys are sticking around. That's how I want this to work now. This isn't a tower defense game where all the monsters are going to be all piling up, so I can just kind of leave their corpses around, which I think is pretty cool. But similarly to Exoverse, you know, between waves, here it's like clear out a room of monsters and maybe an item spawns at the platform. And I want like basically how well you did in the room to determine the item. So like if you clear out the whole room with a kill streak, you're basically like guaranteed an item or a much higher chance. But here, let's go into this next room, which is basically the same kind of room that we just had. Don't have a lot of variations made yet. So this is a shotgun. It's fired whole bunch faster. Did something cool with the shredder. Basically turned it into an auto shotgun. So now here's how this works. So basically we can fire all of our shots, reload, then pump it, which I don't know. I guess maybe you still have to do it on this weapon. I don't know. But yeah, so you know, I wasn't really paying attention. Didn't get an item this time. After we killed everything. So this is a secret. I think I am kind of sold on like you having to power shot the thing open, and I don't have that all done yet, where you can blow the doors open. And is something I'm going to be putting in here pretty soon is having an item just kind of there in the secret room. Or like a merchant, so you can like potentially buy things, which yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So this is actually the exit. Don't have anything special done for exits just yet, but it's coming. Another tall room here where I still have the lights in here, just for no real apparent reason, just kind of testing them out. Oh, look at this back-to-back tall rooms. That's kind of nuts. And these kind of merged rooms, they're still a little buggy with the whole like combat system. Yeah, you can see like a bunch of items are spawning there. It's like every time I kill a monster for some reason. So I just went last night. I'm still working on it. Also, yeah, I think Kane's perk is pretty damn strong for this kind of game where everything slows down up close. think I'm gonna either tweak that or do something else for him. So it's just nothing is like even remotely a threat to this guy. So yeah, I started playing some other roguelikes, trying to get ideas and like kind of see how they did things, so I can do something that's reasonably consistent. I started with Heavy Bullets, and I'm gonna play some others here soon, but it seems very fast paced, very brutal. You know, it's when I was first playing, you know, I was dying on the first level like all the time, just because, you know, monsters do a lot of damage. You don't necessarily know how to handle them. And like, I don't think I'm looking to quite do that. I think I'm looking for runs that are a little bit longer. You know, I don't want you dying like right away. I don't want it to be like as long as Exoverse necessarily. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to figure that all out here pretty soon. So, like in this particular room, like the item platform is like up there. So, yeah, I'm thinking like, you know, that's to me that's like one of the interesting things about, you know, kind of trying to figure out, you know, like a level like this. It's like, do we want, you know, it's like we could have like stairs over here, and then like, assume you have like speed items, you could like, you know, jump that gap there and get them. You could like rocket jump up there to get that. So there's different things that we can do, which, hey, I think it's pretty interesting. Well, let me make sure I covered everything. Let me check my notes here real quick. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I covered everything. So yeah, you know, it's gonna keep at this. So kind of what I'm looking to do in the next week is kind of like actually seal off these entrances and exits, like when you enter and exit a room, so that okay, this is why we're trying to spawn particles. Might have to increase the resolution of the physics ticking so that kind of thing doesn't happen. But you know, I want to finish off the what's called the kinematic player motion. You know, or basically like the player isn't just kind of like an object that's tossed into the physics world and, you know, kind of simulated. You know, it's like you're kind of like asking like, hey, if I move forward, am I blocked here? If so, you know, what's the slope of the wall? Blah blah blah. Yeah, and then you kind of handle the movement that way. So yeah, I'm gonna get that going. That's gonna apply to the monsters too. There's also some like tricky things where it's like, you know, if I want to have like invisible walls and walls to block the monster, we don't really have like support for that right now. And I will get that going here pretty soon. You know, and that's gonna help out like the actual like combat of the rooms and everything. So like monsters aren't, you know, just kind of walking off of ledges that they're not supposed to. And entering rooms that they're not supposed to. That's gonna help out a lot. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need like any kind of like pathing. Like, I don't think so. I think the levels are gonna be simple enough that yeah, we're not gonna need the monsters to form like complex paths between you and obstacles and things. So I don't know. We'll see. That's gonna be something I keep my eyes peeled for. But other than that, yeah, it's I mean, things are coming along well. I'm pretty pleased, and there's going to be even more in the near future. But yeah, anyway, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted, and enjoy the rest of your day.